Hey guys, and welcome to a guide on Masteries. Masteries came out in Rift 3.0, which was launched 2 days ago on the live servers. With the new update came a new level cap. Previously it was level 60, but it's now level 65. And along with those 5 extra levels is the new thing called Masteries. So instead of getting more soul points when we level, we get the choice of 4 masteries for each level. Today I'll be going over the rogue masteries and quickly explaining what they do, and then in the future I will try to get some videos out for the other classes. So, masteries are still on the soul tree area, but they are on the right hand side. So as you can see, for each level, so 61, 62 all the way up to 65, there is 4 choices to choose from. So we'll start with level 61. So we have Safeguard, which increases your block mitigation and guard rating from items. Guardian Phase also no longer has a penalty to Rift Stalker damage abilities. So in Guardian Phase usually you deal less damage, but obviously that is cleared. Or if you choose Aggressive Defense, critical hits with damaging and healing abilities apply an Absorb shield to you, absorbing damage up to 3% of your max health. And also casting Quick Shot reduces the cooldown of Shadow Fire by 2 seconds, so this is reasonably good for leveling up. Then we have Planar Replenishment, which is probably the best for leveling. While in combat you heal 25% of your endurance every 3 seconds. Power Chord casts all known motifs on use, which is very handy. And also duration of Necrotic Core and Curative Core are increased by 15 seconds, so this is very good for the Tactician Bard build. Then we have Soul Steal, which enemies you have damaged within the last 3 seconds apply Soul Steal to you when they die, and this basically heals you for 4% of your max health over 5 seconds. And also attacking with Puncture, Jagged Strike or Impale puts a stack of Haemophilia on the target, and that's just another rogue thing. So that's those 4. So for leveling I would probably choose either Aggressive Defense for a shield, or Planar Replenishment to get more health back. This one here, Soul Steal, is very good for assassins, and then this one here is very good for tanks. Now onto the level 62 ones. So we have Watchover. Allies affected by your guard receive 2% more healing, and also reduces the cast time of Preemptive Therapy. Revitalize, which increases incoming healing and also increases the range of Planar Strike. Increases your healing done and absorption, granted by 5%, and Cadenza now benefits from points spent in Invigorated Soul. And Adamant Resolve, when critically hit with the damaging ability, the next single target heal you receive within 5 seconds has a 100% chance to critically hit, and also reduces the cooldown of Death from the Shadows. Now I don't think that one's very good. This one is pretty good if you are a rogue healer or maybe a bard. This one is pretty good for assassins and also maybe tanks, because you get more healing. This is probably the best one for tanks, because pretty obvious why. So level 63 ones, increases unmounted movement speed. Duke and run while in combat. Each combo point you generate will apply a stacking buff, and your unmounted move speed increases, and also reduces the cooldown of Hasten Cool. Unstoppable reduces crowd control effects, and when casting Kiss of Life, the revived ally has 100% of their health returned and receive 30% less damage for 5 seconds. So this is brilliant for physicians. And damaging abilities have a 20% chance to restore 4 energy. I don't really like that one, but it also increases the max stack count of silver tip munitions to 5, so if you're playing Marksman, this is pretty good. Now onto level 64, Repetitive Strikes. Combo point generating attacks places a stack of repeated strikes on you, increasing your damage by 2% per stack, and also increases the duration of exposed weakness by 40 seconds, which is brilliant for assassins. Timed focus. Single target attacks put a stack of unstable energy on the target, and after the 8 seconds the unstable energy will explode. Through the ether. Have I said that right? Yeah, through the ether, your damaging attacks deal an additional 7% ethereal damage. This is very good in my opinion. And even strikes, damage is increased by 7%, but reduces your chance to crit by 4%. Now that's kind of risky, in my opinion. But also unspent charges on target when it dies are transferred into an AoE that does weapon damage plus 25% per charge, so that bit's quite good. So this overall is a pretty good mastery to have. So what I would go for here is probably, well, I've gone for this one just because you get more damage. Probably not that one because it wouldn't stack up to enough. Maybe this one because it does give quite a lot of extra damage, and maybe that one. So these ones are all pretty good. And then level 65, these are all very good. We have energy manipulation, which causes the next 5 damaging abilities to deal more damage, and it also doesn't break stealth, so that is very good for assassins. Well, in fact it's good for all specs. Apothecary's Will, for the next 5 seconds the targeted ally heals back 30% of the damage done to them. Again, that's pretty good, especially for tanks. Planar Variation channels a certain amount of damage over 3 seconds to the target and up to 7 other enemies, so this is very good for AoE. Or on the other side, it restores health to the ally equal to 50% of the rogue's max health each second. And then the last one, Planar Conservation, which reduces the ability cost of all abilities by 5%, but this is terrible as the supports will have their own, such as Anthem or Fervor if you're playing Bard. So yeah, I would never take this one. And that's it for this video. Sorry if it felt like I was just reading from the masteries, but I wanted to make sure that I went over exactly what all of the masteries are and which ones are good and why. Hopefully this has been helpful to some people. If you have any questions or constructive criticism on the video, make sure you ask in the comments below so that I know how to improve, or just to answer your guys' questions if you have any. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see some of you in future videos.